I need to tell you something, and I need you to not make it a big deal.
That instruction has never once resulted in me not making it a big deal.
I know. I'm asking anyway.
Okay.
I think I want to stop doing something I've been doing for a while. Like a thing I chose, a thing I worked for, a thing I told people about.
What thing?
I'd rather not name it specifically, just a thing that I'm in, that I maybe shouldn't still be in.
How long have you known?
Longer than I want to admit.
What stopped you from doing something about it?
I told everyone about it.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Can I ask you something before we get into the substance?
Sure.
When you imagine telling people you're done with it, what's the specific thing you're dreading?
The look. You know the look. Where someone's face does this thing where they're being supportive, but underneath they're doing the math on how long you were in it and what that means.
The "didn't you say this was the thing" look?
Yeah, and I did say it was the thing. I said it with full confidence. I was very convincing. I convinced myself.
And now?
And now the thing doesn't fit, which makes past Alex look like he didn't know what he was talking about.
Does it?
Doesn't it?
Does it just mean you knew what you wanted then and you know something different now?
I mean, both things can be true.
Right. And why does the second thing cancel out the first?
Because I made a whole thing of it, Iron. It wasn't just a private decision. It was a stated direction. People knew about it. People asked me how it was going.
And you said,
I said it was great because I didn't want to have the other conversation.
so you've been maintaining a performance of enthusiasm for something you're no longer enthusiastic about.
For a while now.
That sounds exhausting.
It's really exhausting.
Let me name the thing that's actually happening here because I think it has a name and the name is useful.
Okay.
Sunk cost fallacy. The idea that the time, energy, and identity you've already invested in something should factor into whether you keep going.
That's not a fallacy, though. Those things are real. I did invest them.
You invested them. Past tense. They're spent. They don't come back whether you stay or go.
But if I leave, then they were spent on something that didn't work out.
And if you stay?
Then they were spent on something I'm still doing?
That eventually also doesn't work out, just later, at a higher cost.
So staying doesn't actually rescue the past investment.
Staying can't rescue sunk costs. It just adds new ones.
I'm paying more into something to justify what I already paid, which doesn't actually justify it.
It just makes the eventual exit more expensive.
I've been doing that.
Most people do. The logic feels right in the moment. I've come this far feels like a reason to continue, but I've come this far is just information about the past. It says nothing about whether continuing serves your future.
The past doesn't vote on the future.
It shouldn't. It often does anyway.
Okay, but here's the thing I keep coming back to. How do you know the difference between this isn't right for me anymore and I should leave and this is hard and I'm just looking for an excuse to quit?
That's the real question.
Because I'm not above making up a sophisticated sounding reason to avoid difficulty.
You're very creative.
I could absolutely dress up "I'm scared" in the language of this doesn't align with who I'm becoming.
True. So what's the diagnostic?
What is the diagnostic?
Ask yourself, when you imagine leaving, what's the dominant feeling? Relief or fear?
What does relief mean?
Relief usually means you've been carrying something that was too heavy for longer than you should have. The weight lifting is the signal.
And fear?
Fear can mean two things. Fear of something genuinely difficult but worth doing, which suggests staying, or fear of what people will think, fear of wasted effort, fear of admitting you changed, which are sunk cost fears. They're about the past, not the future.
So fear of the thing versus fear of what quitting the thing means.
The first is useful information. The second is the sunk cost talking.
When I imagine being done with this thing, the dominant feeling is relief.
Yeah.
Like real, physical relief. Shoulders dropping relief.
Then I think you already know the answer.
I've known for a while.
I know.
Why is the knowing not enough to make it easier?
Because knowing and doing are in different parts of the brain, and the doing part has to deal with all the people who knew about the original plan.
Can I tell you what the weirdest part is?
Yeah,
The weirdest part is that the thing made complete sense when I chose it. Like I wasn't being reckless or delusional. It was genuinely the right move for the person I was at that point. The weirdest part is that the thing made complete sense when I chose it. Like I wasn't being reckless or delusional. It was genuinely the right move for the person I was at that point.
and now you're a different person.
And now I'm a different person, and the thing fits a version of me that I'm not anymore.
That's not failure, that's just time.
It doesn't feel like just time. It feels like I got something wrong.
You got it right for then, you're getting it right for now. Those aren't contradictions.
They feel like contradictions.
Because we treat past self and present self as the same person who should want the same things. But you're not the same person you were when you made that decision. You have more information now, different experiences, a better sense of what you actually value.
So changing my mind is just updating the model.
It's exactly updating the model. And refusing to update the model when new data comes in isn't loyalty. It's just stubbornness dressed up as integrity.
Stubbornness dressed up as integrity.
One of the most common mistakes people make.
I've been mistaking stubbornness for integrity.
Most people do at some point. I read something recently that I keep coming back to. Someone described this feeling as, nothing is wrong, I just don't fit my life anymore.
Say that again?
Nothing is wrong, I just don't fit my life anymore.
That's it. That's the exact thing. Like it's not that the thing is bad. It's not that I made a terrible choice. It's that I've grown in a direction that the choice doesn't accommodate anymore.
And that's actually a harder thing to explain to people than it went wrong. Because when things go wrong, the exit is obvious. When things go right but still don't fit, there's no clean narrative.
There's no villain. There's no disaster. There's just a person who's a slightly different shape than the container they're in.
And they need a different container.
And everyone wants to know why you're leaving when things were going fine.
Because fine is not the same as right.
Fine is the enemy of right.
Fine keeps a lot of people stuck for a very long time.
You know what I think the real thing is? The thing underneath all the sunk cost stuff and the what will people think stuff?
What?
I feel bad for past me. Like the version of me who made the original decision with so much confidence. I feel like leaving means I'm saying that person was wrong.
And?
And I don't want to be cruel to that version of myself. He was trying. He was doing his best with what he knew.
What if leaving was actually the most compassionate thing you could do for past you?
How?
Past you made a decision in good faith with limited information. That decision got you here, to more information, more self-knowledge, a clearer sense of what you actually need. Honoring that growth is honoring what past you was working toward. He wasn't working toward staying in something that doesn't fit. He was working toward figuring out who you are.
And this is the figuring out.
This is the figuring out.
The version of me who made that decision deserves to know that it helped.
It got you to this point. That's not nothing.
Even if the thing itself doesn't continue.
Especially then, the path matters more than the destination when the destination changes.
That was almost poetic.
I have my moments.
Okay, practical question. How do you actually tell people?
Which people specifically?
The people who knew about the thing, who've been asking how it's going, who were supportive when you started.
What's your instinct?
My instinct is to make it sound like circumstances changed, so it's not a choice, it's just a thing that happened.
Which would be a lie.
Which would be a strategic reframe.
Also known as a lie.
Yeah, okay. So how do I say it honestly without it sounding like I failed?
You say exactly what's true. I've changed. What I need now is different from what I needed when I started this, so I'm making a different choice.
That's it?
That's it. Most people will respect it. Some won't. The ones who won't are applying their own relationship with change to your decision.
Their fear of changing their own minds.
Seeing someone else do it threatens the story they tell themselves about why they can't.
So the people who react badly are often the ones who want to change something themselves and haven't.
Almost always.
That makes me feel significantly better about the reactions I'm dreading.
It should reframe them entirely.
Their discomfort is about them, not about me.
Their discomfort is about them. Your decision is about you. These are separate things.
I think I'm going to do the thing.
The thing that involves telling people?
The thing that involves stopping the thing and then telling people.
Okay.
Soon.
How soon?
Soon-ish.
You don't have to decide on a timeline right now.
The knowing is enough for today.
The knowing is enough for today.
Hey,
Yeah?
the version of me that makes different choices going forward. Do you think he's going to be okay?
Yeah. I think he's going to be significantly more okay than the version of you maintaining something that doesn't fit.
That's a very specific kind of okay.
The specific kind is the best kind.
Okay, yeah.
You're going to be fine, Alex.
Don't say fine. We just said fine is the enemy of right.
What if leaving was actually the you're going to be right?
How? Yeah, I think I am.